Old ball coach Ryan Silverfield signed his contract extinction, 5-year, $12.25 million. It was a long time coming.
Yeah, I mean, I felt like it was going to be agreed upon months ago, and whatever. They came to terms.
Just dotted their I's and crossed their T's. Good for him, though.
Have you read like the intricacies of the contract?
The only thing I know is that he gets like an additional $200,000 if he wins the Natty.
Shoot,
which seems
I'll pay for that.
Grossly low.
Yeah, it should be millions.
I'll pay that.
Well, I mean, altogether, I think it adds up because like a playoff or winning the American is 200, a playoff appearance is 150, making it to the semifinals is 250, winning the whatever, right? So it's like adding up to be over $1 million. But I mean, just winning the title itself should be $1 million plus.
Uncle Fred should be able to just go ahead and say, "Yep."
I mean, I'm sure there's some unwritten he'll probably get.
Let's do this hypothetical. If someone came to you with a number and said you have to pay this amount to win college football playoff natty, how much would you be willing to spend?
The limit does not exist. Well, like me personally?
I mean, yeah,
like,
what am I?
Just like
with
how
my
much
bank account today?
Well, no.
$50.
Yeah.
We got kids, dude.
Oh, yeah, not bad. But I'm just saying, like, if you were,
I think I have a 20 in my wallet.
if you were Uncle Fred, how much would you?
Oh, I mean, it'd be nice to get a decent return on investment. I think a national championship would do that.
See, that's where I'm starting. Like, yeah, but what's 20 to Uncle Fred? Like 10 mil? Here you go. If it gets guaranteed,
I think $5 million is a solid number there.
Like, if there was a GoFundMe started for Ryan Silverfield after he wins, like, hey, Tiger fans, accumulated together, reward Ryan Silverfield for winning a natty. How much do you think he would get?
I don't think it's going to pull in that much, but it's beside the point. I mean, I think if your general question is what's the cost, if you could pay this number and you're guaranteed a national championship, I think collectively on the front end, if you're like, hey, you pay this, boom, it's going to happen, like however that would work out. I mean, a cool million's a guarantee. I feel like they could raise $1 million without a doubt. I think $5 million is probably the number.
$1 million.
Dude, a national championship does so much for you, especially at our level.
Yeah. I think 5 to 10 feels right.
Could you imagine the irony if Memphis Tiger football program won a national title before the Grizzlies, the Tiger basketball program, anybody else won their championship?
I was thinking about this earlier today.
You'd be able to tell Tiger football fans nothing.
Planning, like thinking about where we'll be playing the first round. I was like, are we really going to be going to Eugene?
Oxford. Let's go.
I know. I mean, I was hoping it was somewhere drivable, but then I was like, it legitimately could be like at Oregon. And I'm fine. I'm going.
I would go. Yeah, we'd go. We'd be there. BCM would be there.
1,000% if we make the playoff. I do not care. We could be playing in Indonesia. I am going. You're not?
Indonesia? No.
I mean, it's not going to be there, but I'm going.
It's such a far flight.
What if they play
TJ,
Indonesia University?
This is literally once in a lifetime.
Hopefully not, but yes.
I mean, let's be real.
I don't know. I think $5 million is right. I was trying to look up the payouts for each bowl game. So if you're going to play in the what?
Why are you looking at payout? You're not getting any of the payout.
I understand, but think of it from the perspective of the school is going to get $2.5 million just for winning the bowl
I like
game.
it. It's like revenue sharing, basically. You're looking up like a revenue share for the coach, right?
Yeah, well,
based on a payout.
Essentially kind of like that, but like the school is going to get $2.5 million for winning the first playoff game, and then winning the Natty. Let's just say they win another 2.5. They're going to win more than that, but that's already $5 million there. So the school wins $5 million. So why does the coach not get?
Don't you split that with the conference?
Some of it. I think it's a percentage of it.
Or are you saying after splitting you're getting 2.5?
We'll say after.
Okay.
At that point, so like, why shouldn't the coach get something similar? Something definitely comparable. The number's $5 million for me. I couldn't pay it, but Trey could, maybe. No, about the contract, some fun stuff in there. Now, so if they win 9 or more games, he gets a raise of $100,000 every year they win 9 games. If they win 10 games and he goes to the conference championship, he'll get $250,000 raise, and the deal gets extended for 2 years. But that can only happen one time. But the winning 9 games, that can just happen forever and ever. I guess until the contract expires in 2028. So long story short, it actually just became a 2-year extension.
He gets $25,000 just for beating Power 5 or Power 4, I guess now, conference team.
It's not bad.
There's also a phrase that says, if the university attains membership into a Power 5 conference, this bonus provision shall become null and void in the contract years of University of a Power 5 conference.
Yeah, I think that's okay, though, because everyone's getting more money.
Well, now this one says the highest possible incentive is a national title win, which would bring him $500. Oh, I think they're including all the preview, obviously.
Yeah. Also, good note.
Being National Coach of the Year is only a $50,000 bonus.
I mean, you're saying only $50,000, like that's nothing.
I mean, for being the National Coach of the Year?
I get it.
We're not talking about Southwest Tennessee Writers Association Coach of the Year. National Coach of the Year.
The Shelby County.
We're not talking about the Cordova BCM Shooting Studios Coach of the Year.
By the way, I think we do need to kind of update everybody on what's going on.
It seems decent.
The shooting
out there.
stopped, so we seem to be fine. As far as I know, I can't hear anymore. But Kenny also closed the window, so that may be why we're
That probably helped. Also, something that I think flew under the radar that we didn't talk about, Cramsey signed a new 2-year deal for $1 million, so he's making a cool $500,000.
I did too.
Yeah, but the big deal is you got him for 2 more years, barring anything crazy.
I did not. That flew under the radar.
Well, I saw him asked. He was asked in a press conference availability the other day, like all the jobs, because apparently he has been inundated with job opportunities since he's been here since last year, and he just basically said, "Hey, man, my wife is happy.
Yeah.
My kids are happy. You can't pay for happiness, man."
Yeah, that's true.
And you're making $500,000. Like you're doing pretty damn good. Like I don't know what the offensive coordinator.
Actually, $500 in Memphis.
Yeah, like
Come on, man.
You can do a little salary calculator.
living out in Collierville. He's
that where
living the
he's
life,
at?
dude.
Lives next door to me.
Really?
I don't know if he's actually Kenny's next door neighbor. I do know that
He's not.
his kids go to Collierville.
Yeah, I just want to put that out there. He doesn't live next door to me.
We talked about Lou Esposito leaving, hitting the portal.
Yeah.
And boy, did Ryan deliver on a backfill.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about like, oh, it's got to be a very specific coach. Like, it's got to be someone who has DC experience, but they also are going to have to find a D-line coach. Like, who are they going to hire? And I think they figured it out.
And Ward, our boy Ward, called TJ out. TJ, when we had a full DC opening, said, "There's no way Nowinski leaves Ohio."
Why would he?
And he seemed correct. Until, little did he know, he was just waiting for the defensive line / co-defensive coordinator position to open up.
He said, "Hey, I'm not ready to be I'm not going to be the DC. I want to be the co-DC."
And really focus in on that defensive line.
Man.
Yeah, took his same title.
I'm going to be honest.
at
I talked
Ohio.
about this before we started. A little bit of how this has played out has me questioning whether or not old Lou was pushed out.
Never.
Maybe Ryan got a little win that Nowinski wanted, a little flavor of that Memphis barbecue. Said, "Hey, you guys got any bussies near town?" Got on down here.
That is,
guy's
I
off
literally
his
think
rocker.
that's word
The
for word
fact
the
that
conversation.
he left Ohio as the DC to take anything is ridiculous.
Yeah.
To me.
Well, it financially, I think is the only thing that logically makes sense.
I mean, I don't know that it is signed, sealed, delivered, and the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed, but TJ has some investigative research to share with you all.
I think
Is
so.
it
He's
messed up?
not in the Memphis system as being certified hired yet, but this right here, I don't even know if you can see that.
That's
Kenny.
his coach's profile page at Ohio Bobcats.
.com.
Athletics.com.
Yeah, he is no longer on that page,
Ladies
which
and
is a
gentlemen,
good sign.
TJ and I are a little bit familiar with software development. When you see that 404 error pop up,
that means that page no longer available.
that thing ain't loading.
The page you're looking for no longer exists.
That man gone.
He gone. No, I think so. Two ways of looking at this is Hankins signed 2 years for $750,000. I think is what the deal was there. So automatically he's doubling the amount of money he's going to get, even if he just makes the same as Hankins by coming to Memphis. So he's getting a raise. But also, I think it's fair to say that there's a little more.
He's coming to a legitimate playoff contender.
That also plays into it and kind of plays a part of what I'm saying. Like, you get a little more visibility to who you are. Like, I don't know how many people are watching them action outside of Tuesday afternoons or whatever, but you just get a little more visibility at Memphis than you would at Ohio.
Can we talk about what Nowinski was able to do with that Bobcats defense, though?
Oh, dude. It's insane. What was he?
We were looking at this before we started. I don't know what somewhere around 113 or something. Total
it was
defense.
like 114.
Last year, total defense yards per game, Ohio was fourth in the country. They gave up 265 yards a ball game in 12 games played. That's 169 through the air, 96 on the ground. You know what they are in total defense points allowed per game? 5th. They give up 15.4 points a ball game.
So put it in perspective, in 2021, they were allowing 432 yards per game. In 2022 was 427. And then last year at 2023, 237.9 yards per game. You cut your yardage in half.
Unbelievable.
How much of that was the strength of schedule versus the scheme? Who knows? But that is
I can't imagine
absurd.
if their schedule was dramatically easier by that amount.
You're probably right. I mean, that is absurd to cut it in half.
But an absolute turnaround to be a top 5 defense in the country after you were 100 plus. I mean, the several years before that.
4 guys over 4 sacks.
That gets me real excited.
6'5", 4.5, 4.5. When's the last time Memphis has had those kind of sack numbers? I say that. We're going to test it. It's going to be like last year.
They gave up 30 points one time all year in a 30-16 loss to Miami of Ohio.
Wow.
Outside of that, they only gave up more than 20 one time. Well, 2. They were Miami, Ohio, and then they lost 23-13 at Northern Illinois.
Wow.
That's it. You signed me up for that. We're winning the American easy and making the playoff if we give up 15 points a game.
Yeah, we talked about.
I mean, no, that's not like, can I bet on that? Can you guarantee me 15 points a game? I mean, you're talking about a number. I will throw $5 million on that.
Well, we talked about last week, do we check all these boxes? I don't even remember the source at this point, but I think now I feel a little bit better about checking some boxes, but I'm obviously not checking all of the boxes, but I feel a little bit better.
What box did that help you check?
Defensive line, pass rushing. I mean, this is what the guy's known for, is defensive end, 4-3 formation. So there can be a little bit of a change there, but I think we at least get after the quarterback now. So,
what are we looking at sacks a night from these fellas last year?
36 sacks all season. So if you want to tag that up as just 3
in 12
a game.
games, so yeah, three a night.
Memphis had 23. If that gives you any indication on the difference, so it's an extra sack a game essentially.
I mean, I'll take that.
Yeah, what's I was saying that. One guy had 6, one guy had 5, 2 guys had 4.5. It's pretty good.
Yeah.